Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a slow yoga practice. We're going to be holding the poses for quite a few breaths. So it'll just be really nice after a chaotic day. You're feeling like everything is a tornado all around you. This will help to slow you down and tune back in with yourself. So we will start off standing and taking a few breathing, movement postures. Inhaling to reach the arms up overhead and exhaling to draw the palms down towards your heart. A nice long steady inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale to draw them down towards your heart. Again, sweeping them up. Imagine that you're drawing in lots of love, compassion for yourself. As your hands come in towards the heart, imagine that you're pressing that love, compassion, happiness right into your chest, right into your own body, replenishing your cup. Inhale one more time, sweep the arms up overhead, draw them down. And we'll take a nice big side bend to the right side. The left arm reaches over. Lots of length from the fingertips all the way down to your hip, all the way down to the left foot. And over towards the left side. Now the right arm sweeps up and over. Gaze is down at the ground here, so it's comfortable for your neck. Try to let everything go, everything release. Good, coming back up through center, the arms will reach up high and we'll find a little bit of a back bend here. You can place your palms at your waistband, your lower back, draw your shoulder blades together so you feel this opening up through your chest and a slight tilt backwards. Not too much, we don't want to crunch in the spine. We're more looking to open up through our upper back. Take a nice big breath in here. Good. We'll round forwards into our forward fold, hinging at the hips, coming down. Always okay to have a nice generous bend in your knees so your back will stay relatively flat. Maybe you grab onto a bolster, a block, something that you can press your hands into to bring the ground a little bit more closer to your body. And we'll start to sway. Breathing in and breathing out. Let anything that is not serving you anymore just fall right out of your head. Any thoughts, feelings, stress, anything that you don't need, imagine it pouring out. Just like a watering can. Letting it all go. Another big breath in. For a halfway lift, we'll rise up, a nice long flat back, the crown of the head reaching forwards. And exhale to come down into our Malasana, our yogi squat. The feet can spread about mat's width distance and the hips sink down towards the ground. Then the elbows press into your knees and your knees into your elbows. This helps to open up through your hips, through your lower back. And for a little extra support, it's always nice to have a block or a bolster nearby that you can sit right onto there. Good. We really want this practice to feel comfortable. And we all are at different stages in our lives. We have different bodies, different everything. None of us are alike. So use the support, use the props to help you. Let them benefit you. There's really no right or wrong, and there's no like special way that everything has to look. It's really all about how you're feeling inside. How is your mind? How is your body? What are those thoughts that you keep telling yourself, or the thoughts that keep showing up? We'll add in a little twist here. The right hand is going to come down. The left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And bringing it on over towards the other side. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up. Nice. Now both hands come down, and we'll just kind of take our palms facing up towards the sky. Let your head bow down. Slow, steady inhales, slow, steady exhales. Maybe the eyes start to close. The gaze softens at the ground underneath your nose. We can remove any prop from underneath your bottom. And coming to sit down here, we'll stretch the legs long out in front of you, inhaling to reach the arms up nice and high, and exhaling to fold forwards. One more big breath in, softening over the legs, and starting to rise back up here. We'll take our legs crossed, crisscross applesauce, and we'll fold forwards, walking the fingers down the mat, and coming back to that little sway, finding a little rock side to side, maybe even actually walking the hands over to one side and slowly moving over towards the other side. Imagining yourself like a piece of seaweed, kind of drifting whichever way the ocean takes you. Rising back up, we'll change the cross of the legs, so the opposite leg will come in front. And then same thing, we'll start to walk the fingers forward down the mat and find this a little shift and drift to one side and gliding on over towards the other side, taking your time, moving at this snail pace. And as hard as it may be, letting yourself be present right here. You have nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, and no one else to be. Rising back up, we will come onto all fours. Hands pressing right on into the ground. The hips stacking over your knees for a few cat-cows. As we inhale, the belly will drop down, the gaze lifts. And as we exhale, pressing through the hands, rounding through the spine. Inhaling, the belly drops down. Exhaling to round through the spine. Good. Coming back to stillness, we'll come into our pigeon pose. We'll take the left side first. So we'll draw the left knee up behind the left wrist and scooch the right leg so it's long down the mat. Find a little inhale, a little lift up to gain a little bit more space through your hips. And then as you exhale, melt down onto a bolster, a block, the ground, whatever feels comfortable here. I do love resting my forehead on a block or some sort of prop for extra support. And once you get comfortable and settled in, we'll just start to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. When was the last time that you really got to check in with yourself and ask yourself, how am I doing today? Start to press back up onto your hands. Tuck the right toes underneath you, lifting up the right knee and sliding the left leg back. We'll come to sit back on our bottom, planting the feet mats width distance, and then just windshield wiper the legs side to side. Let the knees fall down towards the right side, over towards the left side. Really taking your time, you're moving through molasses. Great. We'll swing back into our tabletop and we'll bring pigeon towards the right side. So now the right knee is going to come behind the right wrist and the left leg reaches long down the mat. Find a little height, lifting up, feeling a nice stretch in your hips, and exhaling down onto your prop. One more breath, a nice big inhale. Let something go. Pressing back up onto our hands and shifting back so you're on your bottom. We'll start to windshield wiper the legs one more time, side to side. Great. For a twist here, we can let the legs reach out in front of you. You can cross your legs, whatever's comfortable to sit. And we'll twist towards the left side, reaching the left hand back behind you like a kickstand. So your spine, your head grows up really tall towards the ceiling, and you can gaze towards the left. We'll bring it back through center and over towards the right side. Right hand comes behind you, pressing into the ground. Crown of the head reaches up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine and gazing towards the right side of your room. Slowly unwinding, setting up for your Shavasana here, either laying down on the ground, finding a comfortable seat. We'll let the eyes close, softening through your eyebrows, through your jaw. Relax the shoulders, let them drop away from the ears. And placing one hand over your heart, the other hand over your belly. We'll start to count our breath. Inhaling, exhaling, 1, and so on and so forth. So each inhale, each exhale, 1 count. If your mind starts to wander, or you notice that you've become sidetracked, that's okay. You can bring it back to whatever last number you remember counting. Maybe you start fresh. It's actually a good thing when you know this, because you're building that mindfulness muscle. So that's a celebration. Beautiful. If you have time to lay down a few minutes longer, I highly suggest that. But if not, thank you for practicing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you soon.